Hello, Sagittarius. Welcome to your weekly reading for February 5th to the 11th. This is for Sagittarius and Sagittarius rising, and we are going to jump right into it. This is a loaded week. Now, Sagittarius, I'm actually going to backtrack a bit. Because I know I dropped these readings on Wednesdays, so if you are watching it this week, that I dropped this reading, I want you to pay attention to the first weekend, February 2nd to the 4th. Now, the reason why, and even if you're not, you're still going to feel this for the week. The reason is because on the 2nd, Mercury will sextile Neptune. I didn't really talk about this in your monthly forecast. This is absolutely amazing. There's a sense of like spirituality, especially with Neptune and Pisces, right? And just Neptune alone. A lot of spirituality, intuition, energy, compassion. I really love this. And so this is, Mercury being the planet of communication, a lot of power with like words as in healing. And so there is a sense of like this supportiveness in the way that you speak, and just like you could feel it too. There is a sense of like, the things that you say could be healing people around this time. I really love this energy. You could find your intuition really heightened as well. It really is just this meditative energy that I really love. And Mars will sextile Neptune this week. That's why I'm bringing this up. So you're really going to feel this. Now, on the 4th, Mercury will move into Aquarius. Mercury is exalted in Aquarius. It does really well in Aquarius, okay? And so remember, Aquarius is your third house. Interesting, because Mercury rules the third house. So this is really like a homecoming. And so for the next few weeks, actually, Mercury in Aquarius is going to be really nice for you. I want you to take advantage of this. You may actually feel that you are communicating a lot more about your future, or having a lot more thoughts about your future and planning out your future. I mean, Aquarius is so forward thinking, right? But also like having like really like intelligent conversations with other people at this time and enjoying them, and feeling a lot of confidence as you speak as well. This is really, really, really nice. Also, Aquarius is kind of like, marches to their own drumbeat. So you could even have, conversations that are, or even think about things that are a little bit outside the box, and that might like bring you some joy, and it's just a really nice time. Now, the reason why I'm harping on this is because remember, we're talking about 2 Mercury aspects already. Now, on Monday, we kick off the week with Mercury conjunct Pluto. Boom. This is big. This is big. Pluto has that depth, okay? A lot of intimacy, a lot of intensity with this. And I want you to take advantage of this, because remember, there is a lot of movement with Mercury, and all this Aquarius energy is your third house of communication. So you, Sagittarius, out of a lot of signs, are going to feel a lot of this most in terms of communication and thinking and whatnot. But it is with this aspect, so much power in words. So it is a good time to have like important conversations, you to be like really compelling, like and persuasive and whatnot. But there is this level of depth that comes with this. Again, like even like thinking really deeply, having really deep conversations, like I said earlier, but even like exploring things, within you that like, or even, circumstances you're in, or relationships, or anything for that matter, with that depth that Pluto brings. It goes really deep. So it could uncover like secrets and even like truth, like facing a lot of your truth. But there's going to be a lot of power around this day. And I definitely want you to take advantage of it. It's the only time this year, Mercury will conjunct Pluto. Now, the other thing that is happening that's really great is the 7th. Oh my goodness. This is Wednesday now. Venus trining Uranus. Holy cow, this is absolutely amazing. I really love this for you. This could be a big money day for you. And I say that because Venus does rule money, other than like love and beauty. Money, okay? And Venus is still in Capricorn at this point, in your second house of salary and income. So there could be something with money for y'all. But, if you're not here for money and wealth and finances, this is a very romantic day. And Uranus is all about surprises and breakthroughs and the unexpected. So there could be some really amazing, beautiful things that happen that you didn't see coming. That's really, really nice. And you could be surprised with, surprising yourself with something that that you're really compelled by now, something that you're really attracted to, something that you feel like really deep in your heart, like that is something new too. There is a lot of curiosity in the air this week, by the way. But if you are in a relationship, really good time to try something new. If you go to like, Waffle House every Friday night, maybe try Denny's, like do something, you do you, or go to the Ritz's restaurant. I don't know. It doesn't even matter what age you are. You could be retired. It's just like, just try something new. Like you may even feel that, like you feel some sort of passion towards something around this time. And I really love this day because on the same day, Mars will sextile Neptune. And so again, I absolutely love this. Mars is all about action, right? It's all about that drive. And so I really, really like this for you. It's really like this world, like this aspect is just this world building. It's kind of like, whatever you fantasized about, there is almost a sense of bringing this reality to it. So I really, really love this entire day. It's so nice. But remember, Neptune, all about intuition and that spiritual energy. So this is also a day where you could feel that you are being very spiritually moved. Okay, there is a sense of like this drive toward like your higher purpose. And so I absolutely love this day. A lot of spiritual energy, soulmate energy for real too. Okay, there is, like I've been saying in other signs, it's like, when you look someone well, I don't know if it's ever happened, but like in the movies, let's say, when someone looks someone in the eyes and they can see them like down to their soul, like this is like, and we didn't have Mars sextiling Neptune last year. So really pay attention and take action too on this day too. Remember, Mars is all about taking that action. You create these things in your life, your realities, and these, you can use these aspects to your favor. Now on the 8th, Sun squaring Uranus. All right. So now, and by the way, Neptune in Pisces, and Neptune's very active this week. Your 4th house of your domestic sector, of family, of children, of home, and even real estate, if that's a matter for you, but significant other. So it's going to be nice. It's going to be really nice, especially if you are here for that. Now, 8th, on the 8th, the Sun squaring Uranus, something surprising, but in a challenging way is starting to brew. Okay. And Mercury is eventually going to square Uranus too. But the reason why I want you to pay attention to this is because the next day on Friday, that is when we have the new moon in Aquarius. So Sun squaring Uranus, the ruling planet for Aquarius. So this is really like, there could be something like I said in your February forecast. It's like there is almost like there's this wall being built, and you kind of navigating that now and saying, oh, this wall's being built right in front of me. I got to figure out a way to, break through it or get around it. Every Sagittarius is different. Every Sagittarius, has a rising sign, different birth chart. That's what makes you different from every other Sagittarius in the world. Now, this is going to, again, some Sagittarius, you may feel it like the Sun squaring Uranus, like a 1 out of 10. Some may feel it a little bit more, maybe like a 4 or a 5. It really is how you approach it, how you handle it, how you take care of this situation and move with it and squash it squash it, but really just being on top of it really is what it is. So again, we do have this new moon in Aquarius. There could be something that's just like, what? I really didn't expect that happening, or I didn't see that coming, but I'm now going to work with it. I'm going to pivot and I'm going to own it. So on the 10th, Mercury will square Jupiter. So now this is, Uranus, by the way, and Jupiter, by the way, are in your 6th house of everyday activities. Health and fitness, work is a big thing. Okay, work is a big thing. Like work matters, and the process of work, like hiring employees and things like that. But Mercury squaring Jupiter, again, you see how Mercury is so active this week, by the way. Very, very, very active. So you will likely find yourself thinking a lot and communicating a lot. But Mercury squaring Jupiter on the 10th. It's really just a time to focus is what it is, because it can be like There's so much mental activity happening. You could be thinking a lot of different things, a lot on your mind. So it is just a time to focus because there is going to be a lot more happening next week. But let's stick to this week. With that said, Sagittarius, let's see what's going on for you for February 5th to the 11th. Again, this is for Sagittarius and Sagittarius rising. If you do know your birth chart, feel free to read for your moon and your Venus. If you want more insight in those areas of your life, as you know, this is we have a new moon in Aquarius and Venus is very active. So with that said, let's get started. Sagittarius, see what's going on for you. February 5th to the 11th. Now, Sagittarius, like I said earlier, I did not say it earlier. I will say it now. I do a traditional cultic cross spread. Really does give the best overview, in my opinion. If we need to pull clarifiers, we'll pull clarifiers. Now, Sagittarius. Okay, look at you go. You are ready. You're ready. You're ready. It seems like you are going to have this breakthrough. But the one thing that I want you to ask yourself some questions this weekend. You may actually be doing it already. Okay, you may be doing it already. You got the 9 of Cups. Hello, that's great. You're amazing. This is absolutely amazing. 9 of Cups is it's a card of satisfaction. It's like things are good. Things are really, really good. There could be some things that you've received or things that are happening in your life that are just so emotionally fulfilling for you, okay? And so it's almost like, remember, it's like we're going sequentially. We're at 9, right? With a 9 of Cups. And this is a Pisces card. It's Jupiter in Pisces, actually. And so remember what I said, Neptune and Saturn are both in Pisces in your 4th house. So your home sector, domestic sector, could be some really good things happening around there. Family, children, and whatnot. But home as well, home matters. But even still, just in general, this is so great because there is a sense of like contentment. Is that a word? Contentment? This feeling of just things are just good. Things are good. And feel proud of yourself. You know, there is a sense. I'm going to show you something here. You can see him. First of all, I call him like genie in a bottle. This is like that genie in a bottle energy. You can see him sitting there like a genie. We do call it like the wish come true card. So there could have been something that you really wanted that you've gotten now. And it could be something that is really, again, like emotionally fulfilling. It can have to do with home. But in what's happening here, it just seems like, you know, Sagittarians were going through a lot. And so just think about where you were a year ago. Think about where you are now and having that gratitude and feeling proud of yourself, feeling very proud of yourself for how far you've come. And because there is a sense of like, almost like he's showing off his cups like they're trophies because he's proud of like everything he's accomplished and feeling this emotional like contentment. And I don't know, it's really late at night. I don't know if you can tell that. Anyway, speaking of late at night, you got the moon in the heart of your spread. So this new moon, I really want you to pay attention to. It really could have a big impact on you. Now, the other thing is, remember I said it's going to be a very spiritual week, you could feel your intuition just really, really strong this week. That's what the moon is. So trusting your intuition, okay? This is a week where you may feel very emotional, all right? You know, the moon does affect everything. Animals, people, ocean tides. I mean, really has that effect. And we do have a new moon in Aquarius, but this is a full moon. And so interestingly enough, this moon, the moon in tarot is attributed to Pisces, all right? So again, you have a Pisces card, you have a Pisces card. Now, that is, again, your 4th house, home matters. Just think of foundations of your life, all right? So there could be something there with that. And I'm only going to say that the reason why I'm harping on it is because you also got another Pisces card here. So a lot of Pisces energy. And we are moving into Pisces season later this month with a lot of planets moving into Pisces as well. But even still, there could be this sense of like maybe even thinking about your future. But there is a sense of it may be an emotional week for you, but use that. I'm going to show you something here. I'm going to show you the dog and the wolf. Okay, so you see there's a lot happening here. There's a lot happening here. You see the 2 towers. You see the dog and the wolf. It really represents like, you know, evolution. Okay. And so there is a sense of like this emotional evolution. Like you have to experience all these emotions to evolve. Now, the main message that's coming through is like really, really, really go toward those high frequency emotions. Okay. I say it all the time. We're all made of energy, right? We all vibrate at a frequency down to the molecular level. And the reason why that's important is because think about the word emotion. If you break it down to its etymological root, emotere, okay, energy and motion. So emotions are neutral. It is the energy that you put forward that puts that emotion in motion. And so this is a week where I want you to really feel empowered and feel like, again, moving toward those high frequency energies. All right. Confidence and all that. And it's going to be on your mind. You did get the Emperor. So we'll talk about that in a second. But that's really going to make a big difference. Again, there may be a lot of emotional activity, but it is that trusting your intuition, really going deep. In fact, this card, you see the Hermit's face in the moon, right? It's card 18, so 1 8 equals 9, the Hermit card. And so very interesting there. And so again, the Hermit is like doing that deep soul searching, really, like, especially with a week like this where there's a lot of spiritual activity. Now, 10 of Cups in your challenge area, this is telling me that there's a huge domestic connotation to this card, association with this card, like in terms of home, in terms of family, in terms of children, in terms of parents and whatnot, all of that. But there is this sense of looking at your entire spread here. I actually want you to have a moment this week to ask yourself, am I happy? And what will bring me that joy if I don't feel that I'm going to show you something. Look at the card. So this is a great card. This is an amazing card. One of the best cards. A lot of enjoyment, a lot of like just joy, right? Joy lives in the word enjoyment, but this is just happy everything. Now, it's in your challenge area, but look at everything else that's happening. So when you look at your entire spread, I want you to look at this card and see that these children dancing and the happy couple here, it's almost like they're putting on a show. It's almost like it's very theatrical. And so I want you to ask yourself this week, am I really happy about, this situation in my life and this situation in my life? You really have to have, again, those emotional experiences this week. Okay. But remember, in moving toward high energy frequencies like happiness and joy, you do have the Emperor, okay? You have the Emperor and you have the Ten of Swords. So this is really great. The Emperor in your crown. So that is amazing. There is this power, this authority, and it seems like that is what you're going to want to feel. A lot of y'all are going to possibly feel this sense of like, he is like, not only like, he's the dad of tarot, right? He has that paternal energy about him. But there is also the sense of mastering self. This is like, I am, right? Especially, the Emperor is attributed to Aries, which is a big deal. A lot of power there. And so, the North Node did move into Aries last year, and you will feel that all year long. And that is like your true calling, your destiny. And it is in your 5th house of love and pleasure and romance and family and children. So again, a lot of family stuff happening here. Home stuff as well. But even still, even if you're not here for that, it is your soul journey. This is your personal journey. And there may be some emotional moments that you're going to have to, it's like you're that little crayfish. You got to go past the dogs. You got to go past the towers. You got to get in that ocean, see your friends, your buds, your family. It's really like facing some of those things that you may, again, remember I said this Mercury conjuncting Pluto is really powerful, and like there could be, truths revealed and secrets revealed and whatnot. But that's also you like facing your truths as well. Now, I say that because you also got the 10 of Swords. And so there is this really crazy alignment with what's happening astrologically for you showing up in your cards. The 10 of Swords is in the root of your spread. So it does seem like there is this sense of, you may feel, again, not only emotional this week, you may feel a lot going on up here. Swords are the mental suit. And there could be a sense of a lot of y'all feeling this week that there are some things that may be a little bit challenging, and you're just like, I just want this to be over with. I just want to get this done. Now, this is a card of New Dawn, and 10 is the end of the suit. So it does indicate that the sun's coming out. Those dark clouds are clearing. All right. So there is a sense of moving beyond this. But in order to do so, you really have to face those truths. That's what swords are, truth. Okay. And so this week, there could be something that really is, again, something that could be unexpected, or something that you realize that you're like, oh, I don't know if I like this. But really, really understanding that I have to explore this. Pluto is bringing that depth, like there's a bit of mystery and whatnot. But even still, this is interestingly a Gemini card. So it could have to do with a partnership relationship here. That's what Gemini rules for you. We're moving into that year for you, by the way. There's going to be a lot of luck there in terms of partnerships, relationships, whether career or love and romance, or just one-on-one, like even with like a friend. But there is a sense of like having to really face a lot of your emotions this week to move forward and face and being like truthful to yourself. And now you have the 8 of Pentacles in your future. So you're good. Seems like you are going to be very focused. There is a lot of like, it's almost like there's something that you really want to invest in, and you're really going to work toward it, and things are going to, you're going to bear fruit along the way, but also you're going to reach your goals. Okay. He is very hardworking. He is very determined. He is very laser focused. He even removed himself from the village to work on his pentacles and to build his legacy. And he is, like I said, very successful. Now, if you are here for career by chance, this is great because this card is attributed to Sun in Virgo. And so Virgo does rule your 10th house. And so we'll be seeing a really big full moon in Virgo at the end of the month. Again, that's going to be your 10th house of, career and work matters, public recognition, fame as well. But this is really great. There is this dedication and focus that comes with the 8 of Pentacles in your future. It can have to do with money and wealth, but again, remember, Pentacles are your physical reality. And so it can be something in your physical world, like a relationship, maybe in like actual investments. I mean, it is Pentacles, but in like a relationship or something that you're just investing time and energy and blood, sweat, tears, heart and soul into. Really nice. Now let's get to your stuff. Oh my goodness. What was I going to, oh, Sagittarius, if you like this reading, I'm done. If you like this reading, it'd be great if you like, subscribe, leave comments, let me know what's going on. It is late here. And if you're a subscriber, thank you so much for being here. I love y'all. I wouldn't be here without y'all. So thanks so much. I truly appreciate it. Now, Sagittarius, yeah, you're good. You're going to be 1000% fine. You are going to have an emotional week. Okay. But again, it's that energy. Don't forget that it's the direction you put that energy, energy and motion. Okay. That's what emotion is. Energy and motion. Always go toward a high frequency. Now you got the Hanged Man. Okay. So, very, very interesting here. Really, really trust your intuition. Please trust your intuition. Tap into your spiritual side. This is a really big message coming through because the Hanged Man is attributed to Neptune. As I said, Neptune is very active this week. Very, very active. And Hanged Man, this is all about perspective, okay? This is all about, there's a lot of enlightenment. You see the halo around his head, so enlightenment here, okay? Enlightenment is in the now. So really seek that. Remember, moving toward that. And in order to do that, like facing a lot of your truths and surrendering things that you don't need anymore, all right? The things that you're willing to leave behind so you can move forward and make room for all these, new things to happen in your life, because you got the Fool. I mean, when I say you're good, you're good. You got the Fool in your external factors area. So it seems like there is going to be, I'm getting more of like, it's almost like the universe is like doing things for like behind the scenes for you. That's like putting you on this new path, this new journey. I mean, we're at the Fool's journey, right? Your journey. And so, Wow. Taking that leap of faith. And that is the key word here, faith. Having faith in yourself, having faith in the universe. This card is all about opportunity and so much optimism. You see the full abundance of the sun. Now, I want you to think of that word too, because when you look at the full, I don't want you to just think and read FOOL. I want you to think FULL as well. This is fullness of life here. And so you are absolutely good. There is it's almost like a springboard to, it's almost like there's this bounce to something that's, like when you turn on HBO, it's like that angelic sound, like that. Really nice. But there is also a sense of just this confidence that you're seeking, that you're going to meet, that it's gonna everything's gonna connect. But be willing to take those, he is a risk taker. Yeah. He's also this card is attributed to Uranus. As you know, Uranus is very active this week too. So, and so therefore there's a lot of Aquarius energy in this card. And remember, we're in Aquarius season with a lot of activity in Aquarius. So really, it really is just so nice. There could also be someone that is almost like someone that it's you see all Bridesmaids, right? Remember that scene when Kristen Wiig was on the couch and she had, the cop didn't like her, everyone was mad at her, she was down in the dumps, and it took Melissa McCarthy to snap her out of it, jumped on her and stuff. It almost feels like that. There may be someone in your life that's just you got this, your biggest cheerleader, and it's just gonna feel really good. Now you got the Knight of Cups. Very interesting. Very, very interesting. Because remember, there was that partnership energy, especially with the Ten of Swords. So it's showing up here again with the Knight of Cups. But another big message coming through is this self-love. It's almost like, I want to find what really fills my cup, what's going to emotionally fulfill me. Remember, there's going to be a lot of emotions that you're feeling this week. And so maybe for some of y'all, maybe if you are single, that may be the thing that you are looking for. Is someone to share experiences with, right? He is extending the cup, okay? He does want to have that moment, all right? And so maybe even if you are in a relationship, rekindling the feeling of that spark, right? Or, and if you're not here for relationships, and can be career related too, but even if you're not here for relationships, it really is gonna be something where it's more about what is going to emotionally fulfill me. Again, that's going to be a big question for you this week. Now, lastly, and I can't even make this up. This is so crazy, but you got the 8 of Cups. There is something. It's time to leave something behind because something is better for you. All right. You got the Hanged Man here. You got the Fool. All of this indicating you working towards something that you're really passionate about and really investing a lot of, all your energy into because you're so determined toward it. But what I'm going to point out, the Knight of Cups is Pisces. You can even see the fish all over his armor. Now, 8 of Cups. That is a dramatic pause. Saturn in Pisces. Pisces. So you have all this Pisces energy. And remember, the entire year you will have Saturn in Pisces and Neptune in Pisces in your 4th house of home matters, domestic sector. And you've got a lot of cards that are associated with that. So there could be a lot of activity around that, okay? But at its core, the foundations of your life, what is going to make me happy? I might be in my head a little bit this week. I'm going to do a little bit of that soul searching, okay? A little bit of that soul searching. But it seems again, you're on this springboard to something new. But you're going to have to want it. You're going to have to move toward it, right? He does have that passion and power to move forward. And this is a very game-changing card. I want you to know there's an eclipse happening in the background. And speaking of which, we're approaching eclipse season, very, very soon. Very, very soon. So there will be changes. And so again, you're definitely going to have an emotional week, but there is a sense of just really feeling strong and feeling courageous and knowing that you are and having all this confidence about you, moving into something that you really, 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 really love. But definitely know that you're good if you put all that energy toward high frequency, like, you know, being in touch with your super conscious, right? Just like this universal love, just all this love, and being just very intuitive as well. Sagittarius, you're amazing. Thanks so much for being here. If you like this reading, it would be great if you like, subscribe, leave comments, let me know what's going on. And next week, y'all, it's a big week, okay? Mars, Venus are both moving into Aquarius. We have the big one, the Mars conjuncting Pluto. We got another big one, Venus conjuncting Pluto. We got a lot going on. Thanks so much for tuning in, Sagittarius. I will see you next week. Okay, bye-bye.